Wondering what to do with your moon pies? Well, I've got some wine suggestions for you.
Are we live?
Moon pies. Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, Pinot Grigio.
Stuart Red Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef.
I was the chef of the casserole. I made the casseroles and the frozen food.
Gotta do it that way.
Combine your expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. More time tasting.
Ought to.
The award. On Talk 5.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to another show, a live show of Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu. I'm
Not an unalive
Stu. There you go. Unalive. Yeah. I've been saying that word a lot the last couple months.
Do you know why it is? Would you like to know?
Just people scared to say dead.
Yeah, because YouTube can demonetize your channel if you use certain words.
I did say something about shooting somebody, and they put a little warning thing next to me. Yeah, the word's been around for millions of years. Okay,
yeah. See how that works, fine.
It's in my face. There we go.
Yeah,
I'll put it right there. Is that good? Okay. What happened? You got quiet all of a sudden. Okay. Anyway, here we are.
Mike's sitting here with the microphone a good 12 feet from his mouth.
No, it's like
looking in the opposite direction.
There was a piece of fuzz tickling my nose. It was so close. So anyway, how's everybody's week been going, Stu? How was your week?
Lovely week, great weather.
Mm-hmm.
Just a good week.
Steve, what about you?
Right.
He learned it.
We all are.
Yeah.
I hope.
He finally getting some home training.
I know. Man, yesterday.
Yeah.
There was nothing to do yesterday.
So I have a question.
Nothing at all.
It's just a technical question. Mike, we should be straight on rather than, and I know what you're trying to do aesthetically with Facebook, but
Mike, like 3 people watch us on Facebook now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nearly a dozen people listen to us on the radio.
Is that better?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Anyway, going back to my question, I couldn't think of a thing to do yesterday. There was nothing to do yesterday.
Yeah. I think you're making
between the sausage festival.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mike's always up for a good sausage festival.
The Cajun cook-off.
Yeah.
The Azalea Trail run.
Mm-hmm.
The boat show.
Neither one of us going to the Azalea Trail run.
No.
Not even to watch. I had to get up at 5 a.m. to stand there and watch other people. No.
No.
Cheer them on. It's for a good cause.
And
you don't get up to go watch the Azalea Trail run. You go watch the Azalea Trail run because you're still up.
Yeah.
That's how
there is that.
Yeah.
There is that.
That's how we did it in our youth, didn't it, Mike?
Well, I'm going to tell you, there were times when I was living downtown at 3 a.m. I'm not going to tell you what I was doing at 3 a.m, but
probably wrecking your bicycle.
But there were people out jogging at 3 and 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I started getting up at 4 o'clock on purpose for a little while there, and to go walking.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
well, it's in this climate down here.
Mm-hmm.
Too much better. I used to run at midnight when I ran during the summertime because it's just too hot.
Yeah,
I don't want to stroke out there in Satsuma. That's the last thing they want to see is me flopping around like a fish out of water. But that's a nice little town.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah, very
it
nice.
Is. Oh yeah. But anyway, there was just so many things to do yesterday. I don't know. There was more things to do yesterday than hours in a day to go do them.
So you're saying there were 25 things yesterday?
No, maybe not that many, but if you want, if
you wanted to spend more than,
if you wanted to go to the Cajun cook-off or go to the sausage festival in Alberta, you couldn't really split your day up and do that.
Be hard.
Yeah, I mean, I know
the sausage festival goes on today too, doesn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think one of their festivals is one day, and the other one is the weekend. Sausage Fest was.
I have never been.
I've been to the Spring Sausage Festival. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sausage.
That's right. Right now.
Yeah, and a lot something else that was there when I went there was they had an Amish family. I almost said an omelet family. They were made out of cracked eggs. One dad's name was Humpty.
Get the omelet.
Yeah, but they had an Amish family there that had all the dairy products, the Amish butter, and all this other stuff, Amish cream. Just incredible. And they have craftsmen that are set up doing the old world style food, the old world style art.
Yeah.
And music is going on. It's a great festival. You really should go over there.
I have never been. And this is the spring one going on right now.
This is the official sausage festival. They do a second sausage festival during Oktoberfest.
And I know Aaron and them have got to be worn out because they did 6,000 pounds of.
They're not the only ones that do sausage either. Think about it, man. Every little market in Alberta does their own sausage. And that's why they have a sausage fest. It's a big German immigration spot.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what led to that. Just a great festival. You really should go.
Well, it even carries on over into Robertsdale where Red's hot dogs are. And if you go in there, you can get a German style, rats.
Right.
And then you can there's another one too that they use that's similar to what they use for the sausage festival.
So Saturday only.
Okay. All right.
Not today.
Yeah, I think that was just yesterday only.
Yeah. So it must be the one in the fall that's multiple days. Or maybe I'm just confusing. Maybe it used to be multiple days and now it's not.
Both Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. That's what I thought. And
like I said, I've never been, and I don't know. And it always happens, and I don't know about it.
Because we don't pay attention to stuff anymore. Simple as that. Mike and I just realized, what was it, Thursday? That nominations for the nappies are almost closed. And
They closed on the 28th, which was yesterday.
No idea.
Yeah. Now, the St. Benedict German Festival is coming up April 25th. So that's another festival for you.
Yeah.
German festival. Yeah.
That's a new
So
one.
we don't have any real German restaurants around here, do we?
Really? There's not two of them in one block with each other.
Where?
There's a German restaurant inside a Box Out, which is right next to Loda Beer Garden, which is a German restaurant.
Ding!
That's German.
I thought he took the warm potato salad. I mean, yeah.
That's not. That doesn't mean you're not a German restaurant anymore.
And the Wiener Schnitzel off.
They may have. They're still a German restaurant.
I guess so. Because they spell garden
in German. Because a beer garden in Germany is not a food place. It's a outdoor setting with beer.
There you go.
There's still a beer garden. And beer is food.
It is.
Anything, the health department says anything that passes orally is food. That means your coffee is food. Your glass of water is food.
Wine especially. Wine's always considered food.
Open up a water bar.
There you go. Hey, you know that would work in LA.
What?
They just come in and have different. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they used to have oxygen bars there. Hey, come in and breathe. Okay.
There used to be an oxygen bar inside a wine bar at the Loop one time.
Yeah. I've never done the pure oxygen thing. Not even when I played football.
Well, in the hospital I did.
Yeah.
Alice says it's always been Saturday only.
Okay.
But they are having a Friday night block party in October for the first time.
Oh,
nice.
That'd be a heck of a drive.
We have great festivals in this part of the country.
Oh, my God.
Food.
They all happen in one weekend, though, just about.
Oh, no.
It happens in October and it happens in spring. Every weekend, you got 20 things going on.
What about Blessing the Fleet?
How do you really feel, Mike?
Well, I mean,
when's the Grand Bay Water?
And I know you want to get it in when you're always running the risk of rain. Always.
See, if now the art fest would have happened this weekend, you'd have been complaining.
Yeah.
Look how nasty the weather is today. Windy.
It was gorgeous last year because they didn't do it St. Patty's weekend.
It was gorgeous this year.
Usually they always do it St. Patty's weekend.
Have we run considerably over in this first segment?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you saying I'm taking too long?
No. Oh, I did. I felt like we should be going to commercial soon.
Well, we are.
And I was wondering if our other issue, hey, 251-343-0106 is going to be tied up for the next 30 minutes.
Benny Kellerman next.
There we go. How about that? Is that good?
I can't tell. You're not on air.
There we go.
Mike, what's funny is most people, when they're on separate cameras but in the same room, turn their backs to each other. They don't face each other like we are.
Well, I can do it. I can
Just tell them
turn
it.
my back that way.
I am here.
All right. Hang on a
But you like to make eye contact.
Hold on.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I was watching a show the other day and they were sharing the same office.
We shouldn't do it. Hang on.
And the guy took his phone and spanned around and we got to backs to each other. We'll start laughing if we don't.
Which is the speed. Those trains actually go up to like 80, 85. And no matter the crossing, the railroads always have the right of way. If it's a crossing, they have the right of way. Always.
Now, I was thinking about the Beulah Sausage Festival. That's the 2 days over in around Pensacola.
Okay.
Beulah Sausage Festival. That's generally private.
Those are fairly close together too, geographically. I mean, Alberta's almost in Florida. It's close to
Beulah used to be a little bit out there,
Railroad related.
but they went from a nothing photo. You know, basically 3 little tents to like, 40, 50 tents. And I was working over at XBM. They were started bringing in acts like Canada or the Killing System.
Yeah.
Paradise, Kimberly.
Shenandoah, Nashville's attempt to recreate Alabama. They weren't organic like Alabama was. They were put together like a boy band.
Yeah.
They went around the country and auditioned people for it. It's still a good band.
Yeah.
I met one of the lead singers. He was a lead singer at Space Camp. He had his kids there at Space Camp.
There's a band called Space Camp?
No, he had his kids at Space Camp. Very religious guy too.
Education.
He was super nice.
I'll bring you somewhere else.
Huh? No, we took the Boy Scouts up for the weekend. Cub Scouts, actually. Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts up for the weekend.
The bands that you saw?
Y'all were talking about Shenandoah.
Oh, Shenandoah.
He had the lead singer. He had his
Monty
kids.
Reagan?
He had his kids there.
Yeah, okay. I got it. I'm caught up now. Okay, here we go.
Mike Bailey, Stuart Rev Donald, devoted to the complete gastronomic experience. Mike and Steve on FM Talk 1065.
Okay, let me get my mic in front of my face there.
Yeah, because we're doing radio. The people on YouTube and the people on Facebook, they're just getting a behind the curtains look. They're seeing how Oz does it.
Let's go to Danny. Danny, how does my hair look? Dan-
You guys there?
Oh, there we are. You there? There you go. He's not all there, really.
Okay. That's how Mike spends most of his life.
How are you guys doing today?
We're doing all right. Being goofy.
Rambling. Yeah. So, all right. Well, cool.
Mike is lamenting that nothing goes on around here. Do you know if anything's going on in the future here?
Well, I had a couple of things in the past. I did the Cajun cook-off yesterday, and that's always a good affair.
Great event. It always is.
I missed. I didn't go to it, man.
Yeah. So I got to highlight new and the old. I talked with Rachel Baxter. She's the culinary instructor over at Davidson, and her kids. This is the first time that the high school team competed over there. They were guests of Noel Broughton and Cunningham Bounds team over there.
Nice.
Right. They did a grits and shrimp etouffee. I mean, a crawfish etouffee. But Rachel does a great job over there. We worked with her. Their team, actually the team from Davidson and the team from Bryant, split a golden ticket trip out to Dallas one year.
Yeah.
First, the kids went out there. It was a great trip. They had a great time. They were competing in seafood, which is a tough competition. So they didn't come close to winning, but the kids had a great time. And what was cool about it is there were 2 boys and 2 girls, from each team, and so they split up. The boys cooked one dish, and the girls cooked another dish. But they were right outside the VIP area for the way they had it set up out there in Dallas. So they got a lot of visibility. They got to talk folks, and when they got through with their first round competition, they didn't go on to the second round. But we were able to plug them in. They did some sous chefing for some of the VIP stuff, and they got to meet people, and they got, it was just a great.
That's great.
So it was a lot of fun. But that was the new team, and of course the old team. I talked with Tony Sawyer from Bob's Downtown, had some of his greens and grits and fish, and that's my favorite dish over there. He's won that thing before, and it seems like from looking around at some of the other, what is it? Imitation is the best serious form of flattery, I think that is.
Yeah.
There were a lot of greens and grits dishes out over there. Some other folks that said, that Sawyer character over there at Bob must know what he's doing. Because I saw several other folks had some.
I think he does.
Greens and grits. So, but it was a good time, big crowd, gorgeous day. So it was good weather and all that type of stuff. And I didn't, I had the good fortune of being there early, so I got to the front of the line several times and filled up and then skied out of there. So I don't know who actually won, but I know the Children's Advocacy Center.
Bob won too, I think. Bob won.
Sounds to me like Danny Calametti won.
Okay.
Yeah, he's front of the line at all the trials and then out of there before the traffic.
I think Bob's won 2 awards. Won two things.
He's done it a couple of times. So anyway, I do have some things on the future calendar lined up. I haven't talked about the Continental Commissary Kitchen in a bit.
No.
But they had a month or so ago, they had a high tea, a Bridgerton-inspired high tea that flat sold out in a hurry. And so, they said, maybe we ought to do this again. So April 18th, they've got their spring fling edition of their high tea. You have some scones, and they'll have a tasting table and some other stuff. And the key is that on April 1st, their pre-sale ends. Right now, you can get a ticket for $25. On April 1st, as they put it in a note, the tariff shall increase to $40 per person. So, so you may want to look at this. You can check on Facebook under the Continental Commissary Kitchen and get information about tickets. But you're advised that dressing in your finest is highly encouraged. It's not required.
I was going to say, is this a time where Mike and I can break out the kilts?
You can. That's more. Is that really English high tea kilt? But I guess
it is when the Scottish cousins show up.
That could work. So anyway, but it's April 18th. It's 2:00 because it is high tea, and it's at the Continental Commissary Kitchen on Airport Boulevard there. Right in, and as some of us older folks know, it's right there in the old Bojangles building at 260 Azalea Road. But that's just such a cool venue.
It is a great place.
A lot of folks coming in there using it to kind of kickstart their culinary ambitions, and we've got a number of great food trucks in there. It's a great venue for corporate events or parties and all that type of stuff. So that's something that you need a good space and you want to try some. They have a variety of caterers in there and all kind of different foods, and just always some great stuff going on. That's on Saturday the 18th. April 19th, working with the town of Dauphin Island, Alabama Coasting. This is our 11th year that we've worked with the town to help work on our summer sunset concert. I'll get it out. And we're going a little bit backwards this year. Usually we end the season, our finale with Roman Street. We are kicking off the season with the Roman Street Band along with Miss Melanie Duncan. So it's Sunday, April 19th. It'll be 5:30, so we can do our sunset salute at 7:30. $5 to get in for people over 12 years per, I guess 12 and under are free. So if you're 13, you got to pay up. But it's just that fort there is just such a great venue acoustically. And, you bring your lawn chairs, your adult beverages. as far as a food event, it's whatever you want to make it. To bring your own snacks or food or whatever you want. You can have a high tea there if you want to have a high tea at 4:30 in the afternoon. You can bring your dogs if they love music. Can't bring cats. We haven't figured out how to make that work yet. But
then it becomes a food event for the dogs.
it could be more interesting. That's true. But Roman Street, they're just they're the boys. I still call them the boys because I've known them forever. They got a great band. Of course, their full band's going to be there, and that's always fun. And then when they can bring Melody Duncan with them, that's just
She's awesome.
It's just a great show.
She is awesome.
So that's a full weekend. You got a couple of weeks to plan for it. That's the April 18th and April 19th. So get your calendars marked up, and I'll post some links to both of those on your website, because I know that's going to be the next question you ask.
Yeah.
And then we got a few other things coming down the pike. I'm looking forward to working with our friend and yours, Miss Deborah Hodges, when
Ooh.
gets around to making an announcement that we hope is going to be made soon.
Yay.
But I'm still knocking on wood about that one. But that's going to be fun and well worth the wait, because we have been waiting on that for a bit. So that'll be fun. And we have special time. We got something going on with Billy Stitt and Billy's Bacon, and got to get over and see my buddy Roy Sewer and thank him for you and Mike making the trek over to Long Beach. We'll have another.
We had a great time.
Over this
That was a great event, great venue. Oh, the venue was wonderful.
Yeah, and it's a great cause. Mississippi Heroes, they raise funds to build ramps for disabled folks, veterans, and all that.
Right.
So they do up and down the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, and that's I tell folks, my mom lived the great majority of her life in Alabama, but she passed away as a Mississippi girl. That's where she was born, and she was always a Mississippi girl at heart. So that's good. So I know she smiles at me when I get over in her neck of the woods.
Yeah, I was born in Laurel, and but I've lived in Mobile all my life.
Yeah.
Never know what the future holds. Never.
Well, there you go. There you go, guys.
But I am a Davidson High School alum. And I'm proud of
And
the.
anytime the culinary team wants to hear him come in and speak, Mike would be more than happy to come in and address them.
I'd like to just sample.
I talked with Rachel about trying to get her team in over at the commissary kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got to talk with her next week about there's a couple of food judging things that she may need, so I'll give you a call about that.
Awesome.
Excellent.
There we go. I got my 50-year class reunion coming up in a few weeks too.
150-year class reunion.
Yes.
How many people are left?
There's about 150. Anyway. All right.
Danny, we sure appreciate it, buddy.
All right, man. I'll post some stuff, and of course, they can always check out my Facebook page or Alabama Post Facebook page. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Outstanding.
Thanks as always.
Thanks for chiming in. When we come back, we'll be talking to Jennifer Boozier Stewart about some Canabama drink.
Drink.
Yeah. Unless she forgot to call in. Do we have her on the line? Yeah. Okay.
She just liked us on Facebook, started following us on Facebook.
You want to?
This year, let Three George's Southern Chocolates create personalized Easter baskets for your family.
This supposed to taste like root beer.
You got me already.
Got prepackaged baskets.
The one we tried last night, Kevin took a swig out of it. Goes, yeah, it tastes like root beer. Oh, wait. And then it tastes like root beer the rest of the night.
Dr. Bill.
Let's see if we get a hit on it.
It's going to expect partly cloudy skies today.
Do that stuff.
Be in the
And you-
mid-70s.
you're old probably.
Partly cloudy.
It
Look
smells like root beer.
for Monday.
This one, the online review said it tasted like root beer.
There's Jennifer.
Okay. Cool.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
I'm good. How are you?
Hanging on like a hair in a Hardy's biscuit.
Yeah, it's just like we did.
Yeah, well, boy, you won't get that mental picture out of your mind anytime soon either.
No, I definitely
I'm
have a
not
mental picture.
Right there, hang on a second, we're celebrating moving back
You're
short.
not drinking enough there to have an effect.
Where I'm out there, they all say the same thing.
It's exactly like regular root beer. Not supposed to try it yet. We're not on air. Yeah, it does. It tastes like root beer. Oh, that's great because the one last night did not.
Exactly like.
I meant for you to wave that in front of the camera, Mike.
Yeah.
You're getting ahead of the game, Mike. Wait. That's why we try it on air. We've wasted that facial expression now.
So Mike's so worried about being on there and you might not understand.
Yeah.
So what she did during the whole time down, Kelvin was talking,
Throw his phone.
was phone, the microphone was like right here.
Steve, we had a young lady in here one time that was talking about a diet that Mike was on with her. And I sat over there so she could have this mic. He pulled out his phone and zoned out on the interview that he was doing. And I had to come over and start grabbing the mic and asking her questions.
I did not.
Yes, she did.
I lost 71 pounds.
Yeah.
I lost 71 pounds.
Someone sent him a message, man, and he was gone for the next 5 minutes. It was nothing was going on but that. And I had
It's dopamine, you know.
That feel.
How did the procedure go? In and out?
He said I'm a big asshole full of shit.
Wow, that's accurate. Of all of us.
Tell me to watch my seed intake. I have diverticulous.
I'm the diverticulous.
5 foot, what, 6, 7?
There's an itis and there's an osis.
Yeah, with a hat or without a hat?
Diverticulosis, I believe, means you are,
No, it's diverticulous.
but they're called diverse diseases.
On 1065.
But we're going to drink some marijuana.
Steve's picking on me today.
We have yet another guest.
Picking on me.
We have yet another guest.
Another guest. Who?
This is our good friend Jennifer Boozier Stewart. You all know her of the Canabama fame. And I have asked her to come on because of a new beverage trend. And if anyone knows about this trend, it's going to be Jennifer. And when I say knows about it, I don't just mean what are the brands, what are the flavors, any of this, also the legalities of it. So Jennifer, can you unpack these hemp beverages for us?
Well, I mean, where do we start?
Well, I'm going to start with taking a swig of one right now.
Well, and they are increasing in popularity. I mean, the drinks were something, I started Canabama in 2018, and we didn't have drinks like this until the last couple of years. But they have caught on like wildfire, and a lot of people are drinking alcohol less.
Right.
Especially Generation Z, which I have a 24-year-old son, so I'm talking about my kids' generation. They are so much more well-informed about the dangers of alcohol and what it does to the body, the diseases that it can cause, the addiction. And they are, the stigma that we had, I went to high school in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Weed was, you don't talk about it. Everybody that you knew that dabbled in it was a junkie, all the things. And, the last 20 years, legalization has hit the United States from the West Coast and now down into the Southeast. So these drinks have become incredibly popular way for people who don't want to drink alcohol to be able to still go to a bar or restaurant or something like that and have a drink, socially, interact, but not have to imbibe with alcohol. And, unfortunately for Alabama, that is no longer legal as far as bars and restaurants go. But this is a huge trend across the United States. Alcohol sales are at their lowest point since Prohibition. And
I would
these drinks
I will vouch for that, Jennifer. Hey, how you doing? And, yeah, I've read, and I was in the wine business 36, 37 years. Liquor sales, alcohol sales worldwide is down 81 to 87 billion dollars a year.
Yes.
They're down that much. And that's unbelievable.
There are liquor manufacturers like big names that we know that are shutting down production facilities because they have such a huge backstock.
Yeah. Yes.
And they don't know how to get rid of it anymore.
Okay.
This is one way.
Yeah. Well, Mike is a wonderful example of this. The last year or two, he has developed some digestive issues if he drinks, where he just like gas and heartburn, right, Mike?
Mhm.
You've
Heartburn,
discussed it,
Yeah, heartburn and just burning sensations and
and that comes with the pancreas getting labored from processing all of that alcohol over the years.
your liver.
Right. Mike is not the type of person that's going to grab a 6-pack and go home and drink it. He drinks for the social aspect of it. And he has told me before during COVID.
I hardly keep anything at my house anymore.
Right. And he told me during COVID, the hardest part about it was he couldn't go out and visit with people. This is an avenue for people who are social drinkers like Mike to not have to deal with the consequences of alcohol, but still be able to go out and have a good time with their friends and relaxing. Because these drinks just kind of relax you, don't they?
Yeah, and I mean, especially with the limitations by the law now, the maximum amount of THC allowed in these beverages is 10 milligrams.
Right.
And there are drinks that are 2.5, there are drinks that are 5. And for a lot of people who are just using it occasionally, that's more than plenty. I mean, we could have a whole conversation about the medicinal these drinks are not what people are using medicinally, but it is a great way for people to get that body relaxation, the social anxiety aspect of going to an event or to, hang out at a party or a wedding or anywhere you might come across this. People have social anxiety. They have, it's hard for people to wind down and relax in the evening, that kind of thing. These drinks allow people to do that without the toxic effects of alcohol, and also the next day. I know me, I'll be 48 at the end of this week. I can't drink. I just can't do it. It's not worth it. I feel like garbage before, if I was to go out and have a couple of glasses of wine, by the time I'm driving home, I feel horrible. And the next day is just bad. And
Yeah.
I can't do it, but this allows people to be able to have a beverage and sort of, I guess you want to say, fit into the environment, get the relaxation that they want or that they need, and not have to suffer for it, because the worst thing in some of the drinks is the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I noticed that. I was looking at that and wow.
So while Mike's reading that, I tried, we're right now having some Mary Jones, the root beer, 4.99 milligrams of tea. It's delicious. It tastes like root beer. I mean,
I hope so. It says root beer right there.
Yeah, but last night we tried I believe the brand was Daisy, and that's a 10 milligram THC. We got a root beer and a cream soda. The first sip of each tasted like the drink, and then after that, it just tasted like a chemical combination.
Yeah, I mean, I personally am not a huge fan.
Yeah.
The root beer is delicious. I will say that. I don't know that. And there's a brand out of Birmingham called Laughing Lemonade, and I sold a lot of that. They have a strawberry and a regular lemonade product, and those were good. But most of them taste like TV static and the sense of fruit.
Right, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It reminded me of LaCroix with LaCroix. Reminded me of that. And if y'all haven't tried any of LaCroix's drinks, their flavors are like a strawberry truck drove by the plant last week.
Right. Slicing a lemon.
Right. These had more flavor than that, but it was more of that just you're drinking carbonated water effect too.
Here's the flaw in the drinks. I think that because the THC, that then it does give it a medicinal, or it tastes like a chemical. It does. It is a chemical.
Right.
that they're trying to overcompensate for that with the sugar and the flavor. And so there are sugar-free options.
Yeah, the Daisy only had 4 grams of sugar. Yeah, the Daisy only had 4 grams of sugar. And at first we thought we were tasting aspartame, but I finally determined, looking at the ingredients, it had to be the hemp.
Do you know, Jennifer, if this is a high fructose corn syrup or if it's a cane sugar? Or
It will list it on the can. If it's high fructose corn syrup, they have to list it.
Every product is going to be different. I mean, and we all know that sugar now has like 60 different names.
Well, there have always been 60 kinds of
cane sugar.
Yeah, cane sugar is, yeah.
Right.
That's what you want to
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Kind of have to have an idea. But a lot of the chemicals that end with OSE, like dextrose and things like that, those are going to be your sugars.
Yeah. They're in alcohol form.
Honestly.
Yeah, they're in a sugar alcohol form. And if you're diabetic, some of those sugar alcohols are seriously dangerous, can trigger cardiac arrest. So consult your doctor.
Absolutely. Especially, I mean, anytime you're using any type of cannabis product, if you are on other medications, you definitely want to check with your doctor. You know, we know that we can do things to help people that conventional medicine can't, but we never want to ignore the fact that mixing chemicals is not always a great idea.
Right. And one of the things, and I need to mention, I purchased this at one of your advertisers, Cloud9 Vapes and Sims.
Yeah.
And they have been very helpful helping me navigate all of this because I thought it was an interesting subject. Now, this root beer tastes like root beer, but I got a little whiff off of the foam from it that I would describe more like that danky smell you get from an IPA. And,
some of those drinks to me just taste like bong water.
We've never experienced that before.
Yeah, we never went to college
In 40, 50 years.
Yeah, but I wanted to have you on to help, let people understand. As I understand it, it's the same regulations with this as with alcohol. If you have too much, you shouldn't drive. And the sobriety tests work for this the same way they do for alcohol. You're still going to have the eye nystagmus going on if you've had too much. They'll be able to tell even if they can't smell it on your breath.
Right, and the difference in roadside testing is that alcohol, if you breathe into a breathalyzer and it registers alcohol, then they know you presently have alcohol that's coursing through your veins that is affecting your cognition.
Right.
See, it's a lot harder because, people like me who use a daily gummy at night at home right before bed,
Mm-hmm.
if I got into a car accident at 10 in the morning,
Right.
And they tested my blood for THC, they're going to find it.
Right, because those tests don't work. Yeah, and that's because those tests don't work. So if they can't tell you if it's in your system at the moment, it's not working.
So Tiger Woods should have been drinking this instead.
Well, and THC is metabolized much slower than a lot of other chemicals. It stores in the fat cells.
Mm-hmm.
Daily consumers,
it
sometimes takes up to 90 days before they can pass a urine test. So it's not the same as far as testing the blood in the moment. But yes, field sobriety tests where you're obviously moving slow, you're slurring, and those things absolutely valid.
Yeah, you got a question, Mark?
No, it's just we're about up on time here.
Yeah, if people have more questions or they want to learn more about this subject, Jennifer, where can they go?
Well, they can listen to Sweet Home Cannabama every Monday night right here on FM Talk 106.5.
That's how you do a plug, Mike. That's how you do a plug.
Because we live stream just like you guys do. Sweet Home Cannabama YouTube channel.
Do you have any problems with the engineering on where you put your mic? Not that it's an inside joke.
Jennifer.
Wow.
I ain't driving. I drank most of it. Thanks for coming on, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Oh, Steve. Charlie used to do that all the time. Charlie used to push that mic all the way up against my lips. I just don't have a voice that carries.
Playful fun.
You know what behind this?
I thought
It's a volume control.
Yeah. So,
Now. Turn it up for you if you can't hear.
it's just good. I'll make a root beer barbecue sauce. A hemp barbecue sauce.
Talk to Jennifer. She, the 420 Fest, she used to have a THC cooking contest all the time. I would love to go to Denver and go through one of those THC dinners. They get you high as a kite and then bring you back down by the time the meal's over.
We'll buy that.
They load the desserts up with CBD and it kills the buzz.
200,000 miles. We're all head tall.
Okay.
We'll take care of it.
We ain't gonna have to say nothing this week, Mike.
Oh, you may be at risk of vision loss, even if you're not experiencing physical symptoms.
Wow.
I recommend to prevent blindness by scheduling a vision screening today. If you own an old or unwanted car, don't
121%.
Heritage for the Blind. So call 1-800-715.
But it's kosher.
Yeah,
And I have.
fixed deductible. Heritage for the Blind is an IRS recognized
Who's it playing?
nonprofit
LSU in
organization
Oklahoma.
that helps promote eye
What's
health and
this?
aids the blind and visually impaired. They accept cars, vans, and trucks.
I mean, that's got to be coming in at least 70 miles an hour.
But with it that close to the base, it is the equivalent of a 98 mile an hour fastball. That's why they moved the mound in. So their batters are still facing the same speed. It's just a bigger ball. Should have saved Charlie some pop,
You
Jimmy.
sound like me.
Number one, which really is going to, anyway, she will.
715.
You got the line driven right here by it.
To buy your
Well,
product.
actually, no, the girl was,
Yeah.
yeah, she was throwing overhand, and because she was playing first base and it just tipped that glove. I mean, it cut her open.
Well, calling.
18 stitches, Dave.
Effective advertising.
This one was, I think, $3.50 for the whole.
Oh, for
Yeah.
249. Let's talk about
Yeah.
talk one as
That's going to be the good part.
To me, it tasted like, that's why I asked about the sugar, because it tasted like a cane sugar.
Yeah.
It tastes like high fructose.
From what you see, don't tell. How do you get everything?
It's like the internet listening and they put up the ad based on what you're talking about.
Charlie!
And if I'd have known you was coming, I saved you some of this marijuana root beer.
7 p.m.
On 165.
No, seriously, I'll let you have some. I drank most of it. I'm not driving.
30106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Now you can talk, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Been talking.
You just had,
I just don't know if anybody heard me. I was so far away from the microphone.
you were antiphonal radio host.
I'm picking on Steve, y'all.
Do you know what
Steve.
antiphonal means?
Huh?
An antiphonal, like an antiphonal trumpet in a song?
It's like a vision.
And it's supposed to sound like it's coming from another place, another plane. Usually how it's done is the trumpet player will get up from the stage, walk off backstage and go in the hallway behind the audience. And that they hear it from a distance like that. But that's what you were doing this morning is antiphonal
It's
radio.
like surround sound, double Dolby.
No, actually you can tell they're off in the distance.
Oh.
You can tell they're in a different room. And it's to emulate the sound of someone on a different plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
It's used in a contemporary piece called "Do Not Go Gentle in the Night," based on the poem. And the last time the melody echoes, the trumpet player goes out into the hallway behind the auditorium to play it. So you hear his father calling from heaven. That's what you were doing this morning.
He's on the line.
Hey, yeah, Jarhead.
Antiphonal jarhead.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
Just fine. Just find it. How did you like our marijuana section?
Well, I was upset that I got come on behind Jennifer because, back when I used to come on the show with Tom and Kevin, I always had to come on behind Jennifer, so I'm really used to it by now. But I know I've been knowing Jennifer for a long time. I love her to death. But you just let her know that they may have a back stock of liquors at the manufacturer. But Regina can tell you right now that believe me, Miller Lite, I'm keeping them well rotated.
What's on your mind this morning?
Well, let's talk about this for a change. I was really craving a meatloaf yesterday.
Oh.
So I went and I got me a pound of ground beef and a pound of ground chuck, chopped up an onion and bell pepper, a little McCormick's mix on it, baked that thing up, and I put the Hunt meatloaf sauce on the top of it, browned it up real nice with some mashed potatoes and some King's Hawaiian rolls. And man, let me tell you what, I don't know what I did, but I could not get enough of that stuff.
Oh, really? Sounds like you did it right then.
And I wasn't sure about the mixture of the meat, but I figured the ground chuck is probably going to be a little bit leaner than the regular ground beef, so I mixed it. So it wasn't too dry, it wasn't too greasy, but like I said, I just could not get enough.
What'd you use for your filler?
Breadcrumbs.
Very nice, very nice. I will tell you, oatmeal, plain oatmeal, works phenomenally in meatloaf. The whole thing with meatloaf being kind of invented was by butchers. And I don't know, the old school hand grind meat grinders, the way you clean them at the end is you take bread and you put it in there and you force it through and it grinds the bread up, but it also soaks up all the grease and the fats that are left on the inside of the meat grinder. Well, then they would just take that bread, mix it into the last batch of meat they had. Now they had meatloaf and it strung that meat out. And your mixture should be about 30% filler, the other 70% your meat and your flavor ingredients. That gives you that texture where it doesn't shrink up and all of that. It's got a nice spongy feel to it. But this is a case where the filler is a very important part. The breadcrumbs you did, great way to do it.
Yeah.
Did you do fresh or did you do the canned? They both work.
The canned.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a little bit kind of weird mixing all that stuff up with in a bowl. And, you know, you put a couple of eggs in there and well, most people would probably want to wear some gloves, but I just got right in there, man, and just mixed it all up with my hands and put it in my little roast pan. And boy,
I went to, I was craving hash browns and eggs the other day for lunch. So I went and got a bowl at Waffle House. And the waitress behind the counter, I heard her talking about a barbecue meatloaf. And I said, you know what? Well, I asked her, I said, do you use liquid smoke or something like that? And she said, no, I just use plain barbecue sauce. I put some in the meatloaf, baked it, and then I put it on top.
Oh, okay. So you weren't talking about an omelet with barbecue at all.
No, she was talking about her meatloaf at home.
Okay.
She made.
I've done barbecue sauce with it, a little bit in it, and as the glaze works really well. Red Star Tavern did one where there was a 50-50 mix of ground chuck like you used, Jarhead, and the other half was breakfast sausage. Pork breakfast sausage. My mother used to do that. That's fantastic, but at the same time, it's even worse for your arteries than regular meatloaf.
I was thinking about that.
sausage, would you just like buy a little packet of like?
Get you a tube. Yeah, get you a tube of Jimmy Dean. Squeeze it out. Yeah,
pretty good.
And barbecue sauce. And I've done a barbecue gravy on a meatloaf before, one that I smoked, where I just made a beef gravy and added a touch of barbecue sauce to it. And poured that. That was really nice too. The great thing about meatloaf, man, is you don't have a recipe for meatloaf. It's different every time you make it, depending on what you got on hand.
Rouse's has a ground sausage. You can buy a pound of ground sausage.
Yeah.
And then I like getting the Italian ground, any brand, and mixing that with burger.
Or use bratwurst and do your bratwurst meatloaf.
Yeah.
You got a whole world of experimentation ahead of you just on meatloaf, Jarhead.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can you imagine what the ground sausage for the moisture and some ground up venison would take like?
I've done it. I'll tell you this. I make a meatloaf with 50% ground beef, 50% ground lamb, and shawarma seasoning. And then when I cook it, I can make my own gyros. Because that's essentially what the gyro meat is. It is a meatloaf made with lamb and beef and spices and they just get it really, really fine, and then they can pack it around the shawarma and cook it.
Making me want to go back in there and heat up some more of this meatloaf.
You didn't have any with the eggs this morning?
Oh no, I got up there some bacon and some cinnamon rolls. And let me tell you something. Take that little thing of glaze that they put in the cinnamon rolls. Just put that aside. Get you some buttercream icing, and put on them bad boys. Let me tell you,
Or cream cheese icing.
planes out.
Try the cream cheese icing on that sometime too.
I have. I've got a thing of it too, right beside that buttercream.
Let me tell you what you can do with those cinnamon rolls too. You get you some chili.
And it will taste terrible. Don't listen to him. He tricked us into doing that, and it was
Some
horrible.
good chili that you like and dip the cinnamon rolls in it.
But here's something else you can do. You go to Bob's Downtown restaurant. You can get an omelet with the meatloaf inside the omelet.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
right.
so good. My gosh, that is a good omelet.
It is.
Which,
Well, that bacon and cinnamon rolls is going away quick, so it's almost lunchtime.
tell me about it, Jarhead. Is that all you got for us today, buddy?
Up the stock on the Miller Lite here in just a couple in an hour or so.
It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Mike, I can't keep nothing in my house because I drink it daily.
I just don't keep it in there anymore. I mean, I hardly drink anymore.
Yeah.
I need to buy some of these.
Yeah.
Well, I don't drink anymore.
Yeah, provolone, buddy. Put some provolone on that meatloaf.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I guess next week we'll talk about breakfast spots around town.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Because I did a little video on TikTok where I took one of these AI generated restaurant recommendations and kind of tore it to shreds. And Mike liked it.
All right. Be local.
Buy local,
Everything
smell
local.
and drink your marijuana juice local.
There you go.
And provolone.
Support Jennifer.
Support provolone.
Yeah, yeah.